Now in this example, we've got a number of wide-ranging data, I guess I'd call it. What I want to do in this example is I want to graph all my categories as usual, and I want to graph not only the total dollars, but also I want to graph the number of transactions. So the number of transactions that we had in order to achieve that amount. Now the problem is if you create a regular graph and you try to pit this against this, these are going to look like pancakes. They're going to be very short bars. You won't even be able to see them for the most part. Whereas here, these would be normal size. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to change the look of this to be a line graph, and then a line graph, graphic. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to put these numbers on their own y-axis. So we'll have these numbers on the y-axis on the left side, and we'll have these numbers being measured on the right side. So we're going to have both a primary and secondary axis, as they call it. All right. And the reason why we're doing this is because you're trying to put into a single graph, in essence, very wide-ranging data, between the two. All right. So we're going to start out, first of all, is we're going to select our categories. Then we'll hold down the Control key. We'll select the totals and keep that Control key held down, and then we'll do the number of transactions over here. Okay? There we go. All right, now, next thing, we'll go back over to Insert. We're going to go and tell it we want to do a graph. Now, again, we're going to have to go two-dimensional because we're going to be mixing the graph types. So we'll click onto the cluster, and then we'll go ahead and move this one down to there, and then we'll move or make this nice and wide, kind of match it up there. Perfect. Okay. Now you can see your little pancakes here for the number of transactions. Now, so we're going to first of all do this. We're going to click on to one of the bars, the ones that we can actually see. All right. We'll go back into Design and go to our Change Chart Type. All right. And we're going to make the number of transactions, in this case, a line graph, and we're going to put them on their own axis, a secondary axis. So we've got the regular bars, the ones that you can see, on the primary, and here we've got these on the secondary. All right. So we do that, hit OK, and there we go. All right, now we can go ahead and make some minor little adjustments here. For one, we want to make sure that people understand that the blue bars are being measured using the primary axis over here, and that the line is using the secondary axis over here. So what we can do is we'll go ahead and click onto the y-axis, our primary one over here, go maybe over in the Home tab, click onto our coloring here, and give it one of the blue kind of colors in there. You maybe even add bold to it. Over on this side here, we'll go back into that same area. We'll go into our more colors, standard, and maybe go with the orange there. But then what we'll do is we'll make it just a little bit darker so we can see it better. Maybe something like that. And then hit OK. Maybe make that bold as well. And there we go. Now what we can also do is put some labeling on both sides so people know that this has to do with the total and this side has to do with the number of transactions, right? So we can do that. We can just click on the graph here, hit our elements, go over here to the axis titles, all right, and tell it that we want to put in a primary vertical, and you'll see that pop up over on the side there. There it is. And we're also going to do a secondary vertical, and that'll put that one over on that side, see? So then we can go over on this side, and I can just type in something like total, sales, enter that, there it goes in there, and then I can click onto this one here. I could type in total transactions and enter that in. And you know, I'm not going to change the color or anything. I think that looks good. That's fine there. I'll go ahead and I'll put the legend at the top there. So I'll click on there, go to legend, and say top. I'll go to the title, click onto that, and then go up into the formula bar, put my equal in there, click onto the title there and link it. And I'll make that a little bit bigger, make it bold. There we go. Click on this one, make it a little bit bigger, and we've got it. Now, if you want to add a little background to this, we can just do a double click on the background there. We'll go with a picture. We'll click on the file. We'll go to our desktop here, and we'll find a, we'll go with this one here. Playing golf while the Big Island volcano is going to run them over. All right, so we'll do that one there. And then we can also then make it, you know, whatever amount of transparent we want there. And there we go. Go ahead and close that up. And there's our graph. So looks pretty good. And if we were then looking to print this out, we'll just add this to this one here. So let's say we want to print all this out. We make sure that we're not selected on the graph. Just click anywhere else. Go back into File, right? Go back into Print. And we'll go with the landscape. And we'll tell it that we want to fit it 1 sheet wide by 1 sheet tall, basically on 1 page. There we go. All right, so hopefully this will do well for you, and of course you just go ahead and hit print on that. All right, so hopefully this works out well for you. You can maybe use some of these ideas. Appreciate you watching the video. Take care.